Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are at the studio of a surf shaper and we are going to design my surfboard for the first time. So let's go. Hey Clint, how are you?
What's up? How are you?
Very good. Thank
Right
you so
on.
much
Good to
for
see
having
you.
me today. Yeah, good to see you too.
Yeah, right on. So let's talk about what you want to do for a new surfboard.
Well, as you know, I'm a very beginner and I'm not sure yet what is the right size for me, so I'm looking for your guidance.
Okay,
But the design, I think I have it figured out.
cool. Well, let's see what you've got for a design first, and then we'll go from there. Wow.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Wow, I love it. So you're thinking like the top for this and the bottom for this?
Yeah, probably without all this on the top, maybe just little flowers here and probably my name over here in the middle.
Okay,
So we probably don't need that many flowers. It will be too much maybe.
okay. Well, we can definitely work in the flowers however you want in whatever display that you want. We can match one of the yellows from the flower to be your center stripe on the board.
That's correct.
And
Yeah,
think
I would
that
love
be
that.
Amazing.
Yep.
One thing I would encourage that we can think about is maybe flipping them
Okay.
so that the bottom has the yellow racing stripe and then the fins that go onto the surfboard. And then this beautiful set of flowers in this tone inset on the deck of the surfboard. That would tie the whole design together.
Perfect. That
Absolutely.
makes sense. That makes sense for sure.
You kind
Okay.
of dig that idea? Because either way is totally fine. I'm just trying to think of a way to tie what you've got into a
Yeah.
completed project.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I was wondering if having the middle line will be helpful when I pop up. I know where kind of guide my feet.
Usually the logo of the surfboard is right here in the front, and that gives you a spot to look at on the surfboard. So you can see where you are on the surfboard so that when you go to pop up, you can align yourself on
That's
the
a great
surfboard.
idea.
So whether it's your name or the logo or even a flower, you can make a position on the surfboard so that you can see where you are every single time. And that way you know where to be and you know when to like pop up and jump to your feet.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. So let me find real quick the colors that I found
Okay.
that I really like for this work. 1 second. Let me find my phone. I'll be back. This is kind of the color palette I like. So this pink basically will be this. The now
Okay.
will be in the front. This will be the other pink,
Okay.
the orange, and the yellow. That definitely should be some of the flower colors. So everything
Perfect.
comes together.
Perfect. Okay. And so we can pull some of these like hibiscus yellow from this tone and then match it up here on this.
That's right. Yeah, I like it.
Let's talk about the shape and the style of the surfboard. Do you like the idea of this tail? This is called a swallowtail, where it's cut away. Do you like the idea of this, or do you mind either way?
I don't mind. I think whatever is the easiest to manage for me.
Okay. So each one of the tails of a surfboard does something a little bit different. Each allows the board to turn or to maneuver a little bit different. With a swallowtail, it's going to have a lot of hold in the wave, and it's going to give you some control. For a new surfer, maybe a rounder tail is going to help you a little bit, creating more stability on the board. But those are options that we can look at and adjust for you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you think is good for beginners, I will go for that.
Well, I'm going to show you a board real quick to get us started, and we'll take a look at a couple of surfboards, and then you can kind of tell me what you like, and we'll go from there. All right?
Awesome. Yeah,
All right,
let's do that.
Take a look. So I've got a couple of surfboards here, and we'll start with the one that I don't think that you want.
Okay.
A big, gigantic longboard is super easy to ride, very stable, but very, very difficult to maneuver the board. From here, I have a mid-length, something that's a mid-range surfboard. This particular board is 8 foot, but it has a lot of volume and thickness in the board. It's very full,
Yeah.
but it has a little bit more of a point in the nose, kind of like what you designed and drew out. And it also has a little swallowtail.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Yeah. So shape-wise, and we're just talking right now about the shape, this would be a good overall shape, I think, for you. It will have stability in the board, but still give you the aesthetic and the design that you're looking for.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, totally.
And if you want more stability, then we can put a large single fin box in here to give you a single fin, probably what you rode previously.
Yeah,
like
that was what I was doing.
With like one single fin in a box like this. This is probably what you started off with.
Yeah.
Is something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Does that look similar?
Yeah, that looks very similar. Yeah.
So we can do this as well. We can do the same design, but we can do it with a single fin, and that's going to provide even more stability for you.
Perfect. Definitely going towards that.
Towards the single fin? Okay, no problem. So design-wise, I think for your size and your surfing ability, probably around 7'6", 7.5 feet. This is an 8-foot board, and this is probably a little too much surfboard.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
But somewhere around the 7.5 to
7.5. That sounds good. Yeah, 7.5.
So based on what you want to do, I'm going to grab the computer so we can lay the board out and you can take a look at what we've got.
Awesome, let's do that.
Cool.
Okay.
All right, let's jump over here and take a look. Let's get this to a size for you. So I'm going to make this one 7'6", and we're going to make it a little bit narrower. So we talked about putting that swallowtail.
Yeah.
Basically what I'm doing is I'm going through the process of, in a CAD program, of designing the board. This makes sure that we design it directly to what you need out of a surfboard. I shape every single board by hand, but I use the software so that I can design and lay it out so that both you and I can see exactly what we want out of a surfboard. This is roughly the outline, but then I can also look at the curvature of the surfboard.
Okay.
So we can see how the board is going to work inside of the water. This tells me how much curve is in the nose and how much curve or rocker is in the tail. What we'll do is now I can actually show you this in a 3D rendering. So you can see exactly what the surfboard looks like before we decide to make it. The other thing we can do too is we can flip it, and now we can take a look at the bottom of the board and see what the bottom of the surfboard looks like.
Wow.
And right now, based on what we have, there's quite a bit of surfboard. This is a lot of volume in a surfboard, a lot of flotation. What I will probably do is tune it down a little bit so it doesn't quite have so much volume so that you're not fighting to move the board around. We'll take a little bit out of it.
Okay.
Keep the board stable, but take a little bit of the volume out of it so that you're not fighting so much surfboard to swing it around and maneuver and paddle
Makes
it.
sense.
Yeah, that's the design. That's the board that we'll make, and we'll take your designs and we'll implement all of your designs and make the surfboard.
Amazing. I'm gonna send you the file of the colors.
Yes, please.
And you can keep the drawings if you want.
I'm gonna take pictures. You keep your drawing.
All right.
I don't want to be the one responsible for losing the artwork.
Well, now that we have pretty much everything we need to start, how long is it gonna take?
Usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks. Awesome. Yeah. Can I come see the process?
Of course. You guys can come and check it out while I'm shaping the foam. You can see it while I'm fiberglassing and we're doing all the graphics. You're welcome to come by and check it out anytime.
Well, thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching. I see you in the next follow-up. Bye.